3 weeks after D'Angelo Russell got traded, he came back to play in LA. LeBron James was super excited and played really hard defense on D'Angelo, like it was the most important game ever. We haven't seen LeBron play defense this hard in over 10 years. D'Angelo had an amazing dunk over someone, but when they showed it on the big screen, LeBron acted like he didn't see anything. These two guys were teammates just 3 weeks before. Why is LeBron being so cold? Then, at the end of a close game, D'Angelo had a chance to win with a three-pointer, but he missed. Instead of shaking hands after the game, LeBron just walked straight to the locker room. D'Angelo was giving high fives to Austin Reeves and his other old teammates. But where was LeBron? The really sad part is that D'Angelo might be LeBron's biggest fan in the whole NBA. Do you remember how emotional he got when he watched LeBron play for the first time as a kid? He said, I remember crying so much. And that was when I knew this is where I want to be. He's inspiring me without even knowing it. And now LeBron is breaking his heart without even knowing it. So it's no surprise that a few games later, after playing really well, D'Angelo said something a little mean about LeBron and the Lakers. He said, I'll never take playing free basketball like this for granted again. This is a style of play that obviously we have the best training team to. They keep guys fresh and in shape. Yeah, this is free basketball. Forget being held back by LeBron. So what happened between these two? But I have been shaving with my new Dollar Shave Club kit, and for some reason, I'm hearing their catchphrase everywhere. Hello, handsome? Nice face you shaved there? I tell people thanks, but despite the weird comments, the razor is amazing. The Club Series 6 razor gives a close, comfortable shave with a vitamin E strip. That's so sweet. And I really need this aftershave lotion because I have sensitive skin. And this stuff stops any irritation or redness. Having smooth skin feels great. Plus, I recently switched from the heavy metal handle to the Club Series diamond grip handle, which is super easy to hold in a good way. And the best part is Dollar Shave Club products are now available everywhere. So you can order from their website, Amazon, or get them at your favorite store near you. But don't take my word for it. Try it yourself. You can visit their website right now for 20% off when you spend $20 or more and get your products delivered right to your door. Just visit dollarshaveclub.com/TEKZILLA for 20% off of $20 or more. And remember, however you shave, Dollar Shave Club is there to help you stay handsome. Well, it starts when D'Angelo came back to the Lakers. He was first picked by them in 2015. Russell had to play with another tough guy, Kobe Bryant, but 2 years later, he got traded to Brooklyn after he recorded Nick Young talking about cheating on his girlfriend. Magic Johnson said at the time, D'Angelo is a great player and we want to thank him for what he did for us. But what I needed was a leader. Dude, this kid is getting criticized by basketball legends every day. But this LeBron thing started when D'Angelo came back to the Lakers in 2023. At that time, LA was in 13th place, but D'Angelo was great. He scored 17 points a night with 6 assists down the stretch and shot 41% from three-point range. La barely made it into the playoffs as the 7th seed, but in the biggest moment, he got exposed. The Denver Nuggets would always attack D'Angelo on defense and score on him every time, but maybe it was just bad luck. Maybe with one more chance, D'Angelo could bring that regular season success to the biggest games. And sure enough, last year was amazing. The Lakers don't even make the playoffs without D'Angelo Russell. He was one of just 5 really good guys last year with at least 18 points, 6 assists, and 3 made three-pointers in the regular season without LeBron and Anthony Davis. D'Angelo scored 44 points against the Milwaukee Bucks and beat the champion Boston Celtics. But in the first round against the Nuggets, he had one of the worst series of his life. When the Lakers needed him most again in games 3 and 5, he made only 2 out of 16 three-point shots. It was at that point that I think LeBron was done with D'Angelo Russell. Because LeBron doesn't care how cool you are off the court, in the locker room, or how much fans love you. Like, remember in Cleveland when they traded for Isaiah Thomas, but he was washed up right before the trade deadline. LeBron had a big game-winning shot in overtime and completely ignored Isaiah in the celebration. It was cold, but it was a message to the team bosses. Get this guy off my team. Sure enough, one day later, Isaiah was traded. LeBron cannot stand guys whose basketball skills he does not respect. And if you think he respected D'Angelo as skills,
Yeah.
close game here. LA gets the steal for an easy 2-on-1 fast break, but D'Angelo misses an easy shot. And look at LeBron stare him down. Or in overtime here, they need a basket. D'Angelo is just not thinking the same way. And LeBron at that point was like, oh my God, this is Isaiah Thomas all over again. Dwight Howard knows LeBron made the decision. He said it's enough. So what is going to happen next with D'Angelo Russell? Remember, this exact same thing also happened to him on the Minnesota team. They were losing late in Game 6 against Memphis, the biggest game of the year. D'Angelo gets benched for his backup, Jordan McGee. And afterward, he said, I felt like I was being held back there. Honestly, I just felt like I had to be the third option some nights when I was a little more aggressive. But, I was being held back. Really? Yeah, it's a pattern for him. He's good in the regular season, fails in the playoffs, and then blames the team afterward. It's because one-way stars get exposed in the playoffs when the best NBA defenses can plan for you every single night. So what winning team is going to look at D'Angelo Russell at this point and say, you know what, we're missing that guy? Nobody. So I think he's probably going to get a $7 or $8 million a year deal on a bad team like the Wizards or Nets. Right now, D'Angelo is in a tough spot. He was expecting double-digit medians at one point. I heard max contract money thrown out there. There's going to be a lot of frustration and sadness and crazy quotes coming out from D'Angelo Russell this offseason as he realizes what the rest of the NBA thinks of him at this point of his career. Kind of like Jordan Poole 2.0. Like, that's what D'Angelo has turned into. And is that what he means by playing with freedom? Does he like being free in Brooklyn because they're a team with no expectations? I mean, maybe he just likes to have the ball, score points, and cash $1 million checks. And actually, I don't blame him. That sounds like a pretty sweet life. But the days of D'Angelo being a star in the NBA are totally done. And LeBron James knows that he doesn't want D'Angelo anywhere near him. And he wanted D'Angelo to feel that in LA the other day. LeBron played like it was Game 7 to put D'Angelo in his place. It's mean, but it's true. So, what can LeBron do at this point? Like, is getting rid of D'Angelo Russell going to make that big of a difference? Well, they traded D'Angelo Russell and Maxwell Lewis in 3 seconds for Dorian Finney-Smith and Shake Milton, but that is not nearly enough. They need a huge trade, but are the Lakers going to do that? Because for 3 straight trade times, Rob Pelinka has done nothing to 2023 offseason. 2024 deadline, 2024 offseason, and LeBron is losing patience. Like every year he throws some passive-aggressive fit about making a trade. Remember, last year He showed up to a Knicks game wearing Knicks colors and did the post-game interview with a Knicks towel over his shoulders. Like, oh, I might join the Knicks if you guys aren't careful. And this year, he's already doing it again. You know, that's just how our team's built. We don't have room for error. That is how our team's built. We have to play close to perfect basketball. Yeah, we get the message. LeBron, he's basically telling the team bosses, get me help right now. And what do they need? They need wing defense, ball handling, and a backup center. But very few people think that they are going to trade away their future to help this average basketball team. And I know it sounds crazy, and everybody loves Steph Curry for saying not to trade away the future. But why not? Like, what is the point of having LeBron James if they're just going to put out a mediocre team and guarantee a loss? Well, at that point, you might as well just trade LeBron, right? And Anthony Davis too, and get this rebuild started quicker. But they would never do that. So go all in. The worst thing they could do is nothing, because you're not going to rebuild by trading LeBron and you're not going to go all in to get them help. You're just wasting years. So I can see why LeBron is very upset right now, but it sucks for D'Angelo that LeBron took it all out on him. But speaking of superstar trades, Kevin Durant is the name everyone's going to be talking about soon. Because even if the Suns do pull off this Jimmy Butler trade, it'll be really tough for them to win in this Western Conference. So Durant has a decision to make this offseason. If he doesn't resign, it'll be KD watch around the NBA. And I looked at where he could go next.